Hey, I'm performing tonight and I thought I'd just walk through my routine and my prep. So tonight I'm performing a show that is actually the weakest show, I feel like. I don't feel very prepared. I just really wish we had another week of rehearsals.
Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten.
But, you know, there's not much I can do about it, and we just have to go ahead, and I have to believe that I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it well, I'm going to succeed, and if I do miss some lines, then I will have the ability to cope with it, help save myself, or hopefully one of my colleagues will save me. The last week's been really intense with rehearsals because we've been making a lot of mistakes. And that's normal. It really is normal to make mistakes, but when you miss whole pages of scripts, you don't feel secure. You don't really know how it's going to go the next time, and sometimes the things that you get right today, you'll mess up tomorrow, and I've had to do the most sort of connection work on lines with this play, and the main problem with memorizing it is actually the fact that there's so much repetition. One of my my stage best friend, she says the word good as a one-line response for about 12 times in one scene. So there's so much repetition in the show. It's a bit boggling. And there's so many different thoughts. Like it's just full of content. Obviously it's got flow and it's a great play. Like it's real good comedy. But as an actress, learning it and memorizing it, it's been different. It's been really different. I normally find memorization to be one of the easiest things, especially with music. But again, I do not always do well when it is similar. So like when I'm learning songs in other languages, and of course with classical stuff, a lot of it rhymes, which can make it hard to remember which line goes first and which one goes second and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so it's a real learning experience. And it's my first play with like 6 costume changes. There's not 6 costumes in total, but I've got 6 costume changes because the play is set over 3 days. So we arrive on the afternoon of day 1 at this house, which is a set. And then we, later that evening, we had jackets, that sort of thing. Next day, there's a bit of pajamas things happening. Then there's a second day outfit. And then there's the third day, which my character goes out and does something quite specific. So she goes to a cemetery to visit someone. And so she's got an outfit for that. And then the play ends in the evening of the third day. And so she's wearing the same outfit that she wore to the cemetery, but she puts a cardigan on as well. And also at the beginning of that day, she's in her pajamas as well. So she's in pajamas morning of day 2 and day 3, which means I'm going to get into my pajamas and out of my pajamas and then back into them, and it's all very fun. Like I said, I don't feel as secure as I would normally like to, and my way to sort of work through that and work with that rather than against it is affirmation. I use prove to myself that I've been a success at memorizing in the past. I learned to play in 6 weeks last year. I had help because my other 2 partners on stage, they already knew their parts. So I wasn't, when I was stumbling, I wasn't wondering, oh, is it my line that's gone wrong, or is it actually them? But because they knew their parts really well, when I stumbled, it was usually, I knew it was me. So there wasn't that unnecessary self-doubt. It was just felt a bit more sort of clear and concise. My character in this play tonight also is, she was a little bit manic, and I love it. I really do. I love pouring my stress and my emotions into it, and any frustrations I experienced during the day, I let it all out, which means, but it means that the show for me is a full-bodied experience. I feel like I stand with my whole body engaged, every muscle engaged, for quite a few places. And yeah, it's not exhausting. It's not exhausting at all, but it's just different. It really is just a bit different, because I'm used to being like a bit more relaxed, not having to fully engage everything like you would for opera. So my character, she needs to look older than I am. So she's in her late 30s. And I'm trying to achieve that by having eyebrows that aren't soft. So having sort of fierce eyebrows. Because that's what I've noticed. When I was looking at women, people watching, and I was trying to guess people's ages, I would ask myself, why do I think that person looks like she's in her 30s rather than her 20s? Most of it was outfit, style, quality of shoes, but also makeup. So 20-year-olds seem to rarely wear sort of a full face. If they do wear colours, they're usually pinky. This is such a generalisation, but that's the observation I made, especially like with corporate sort of looks. So it's eyebrows, and what was the other thing? Oh, contouring. Eyebrows and contouring, giving my face shape. I did some modelling when I was 19, and the makeup was seriously intense. And my boyfriend thought I looked in my 30s. And I believe that's because I had a lot of contouring in that image, and I had my eyes looked sort of more defined. Everything just was more defined, and so I feel like that's how you make yourself look older without adding wrinkles and fake wrinkles and all that sort of stuff. That being said though, I do work with a girl who is a year older than me. She wears highlighter, bronzer, blush every day. She looks gorgeous. I love her. But I don't. I probably look, and that's why people probably think I'm 22. I don't always wear makeup. I don't always want to wear makeup. Sometimes I just wear mascara and a bit of liner. Sometimes I wear other things. Sometimes I go full on out. Sometimes I do a pink lid. I actually really like eyeshadow, but because of having a hooded lid, it doesn't always feel easy. And I think that's another thing that helps age the face, in a positive way, is bringing things up. Not to make it look like you would have Botox, but just that is often the look that women go for and what they want. And, you know, if you've been doing makeup for 10 or 15 years, you would hope that you're pretty good at it. Unless, of course, styles change. And they do. It's always fun. So I'm just going to do some affirmations. Look into my eye. Tell myself everything's going to be okay. I know you're worried tonight, Phoebe. I know you're scared. I know that you also feel the anxiety of M and J. And they have their own things going on. And you want to help support them. And that's lovely. And that's loving. But tonight, let's do Iris justice. Even if we mess up, even if a mistake happens, you're going to perform your best. And you're going to learn to carry on. You're going to learn to move with the line. Don't worry about the skipped page. Let that page go. It's fine. No one's going to notice. Everyone's going to be so absorbed by the acting, the characters, the visuals, the plot line, the comedy, the music. Everything's going to be wonderful. I am prepared. I am capable of performing very well tonight, tomorrow. And I know that you sometimes feel that when Lindy comes, when our housemate comes to shows, we want to do our best. And that's normal. But if you don't do your best, if you just do good enough, that's fine too. It's perfectly wonderful. You don't have to be perfect, because you are perfect. Every mistake tonight was meant to happen. Every mistake tonight is going to teach you something. And after the show, you'll go have your glass of bubbles, and people will tell you what a great show it was, because it is a great play. It really is. And even if you're disappointed, even if you feel like you haven't done justice to Iris, for Iris, it's okay. You can try again tomorrow, and again tomorrow night. We'll get it right. We'll get it good enough. And that's all that matters. It doesn't have to be any better than good enough. If we wanted perfect, we would never perform. We would be in film. But we like stage shows, don't we? I am a capable actress. I have an amazing memory. I am adaptable. I am able to deal with distractions. I am able to maintain my focus. When I enter the venue, I am full of Iris. I become Iris. And when I take my bows, I become Phoebe. If you stutter, if you mix your words around, if you make a spoonerism, I love you and I accept you and I forgive you. That's just who we are. We like left-handed. We do spoonerisms. It's a fact of Phoebe left-handed life. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. Think about all the times that you've made people laugh because of your spoonerisms. Favorite classic is Park Arc and Ice Screen Phone Saver. You've got this. You always do. You always